Hello everyone, welcome to the Anime Recap Media YouTube channel. Please like the video, subscribe to help our channel and enjoy this full video.
However, he'll have to go all the way to the territory of the Dragon Lords and walk through the most dangerous dragons in the world. That's how he'll find the Spirit Tree and then the Magic Pool. Sounds like quite the hassle, which is why he starts wondering if the story he himself made up is actually true. Is it really the curse? So he tries using a curse-breaking spell on his right hand and is surprised to see that his right hand momentarily returns. Bingo! Yes, he's cursed, and that Magic Pool can definitely make him human again. After this, he and Ariane head to the kingdom's capital whilst hunting slave owners on the way. Though during their travels, they're warned about haunting wolves who enjoy attacking travelers. Then there is the king's daughter. Her name is Juliana, and right now she's on her way to Limbold, a city that has close ties with the elves. Her elder sister is married to the ruler of this place, and so she wants some insights on their current situation. Back to Ariane and Ark, she seems like she's ready to hunt down some of those wolves because a bridal veil made from their fur would look, quote, real good on her sister. And sure enough, they're welcomed by the wolves sooner than later. Ark is immediately intrigued when he sees a magic ring on their leader that's just like the one he saw in that basilisk. He ends up destroying the ring, which somehow causes the wolves to basically just excuse themselves and leave. This confirms Ark's suspicion that the rings are what's causing the monsters to behave suspiciously. Ariane, though, is already getting some of their fur. As this goes on, Ponta senses some trouble in the air. He takes Ark somewhere, but they're already too late. The king's daughter, her maid, and her guards have all been killed by assassins. The assassins were still there, and so they tried to attack Ark, but his armor was more than enough to keep them at bay. He easily kills them, even the wolves show up to help. Though, what happened next was basically cheating. Ark uses a rejuvenation spell on the king's daughter and her companion, and just like that, they're brought back to life. He sneaks away before they fully retain their consciousness. He ends up overthinking what he did, if using a spell to resurrect the dead was even the right thing to do. Moving on, they reach the capital city of Olaf and also come across the cat-eared ninja girl. Her name is Chiome, and she's part of the Jishin clan. Right now, she's an evangelist wandering around in search for members of her clan that have been taken captives by humans. During their talk, she ends up questioning Ark about his knowledge of the word ninja. The founder of their clan, a man named Hanzo, is the one who came up with this name, so it doesn't make sense for a random person like Ark to know. This little piece of information leads Ark to believe that the founder of the clan must have been a Japanese guy, especially since his name was Hanzo. Chiome then requests their help and Ariane gives her a thumbs up. Elsewhere, the king's son, who's involved in the slave trade, doesn't like the fact that his sister wasn't killed by the wolves or the assassins. As for the gang, Chiome wants the other two to make a big scene while attacking a certain slave market so that she can use the commotion as an advantage to invade other markets. She also introduces another ninja named Goemon. At this point, Ark has started seeing the pattern, how Hanzo used the names of famous ninjas from back in Japan in his clan. Though unlike Chiome, Goemon isn't a cute girl. He's a massive, bulky man, almost the same size as Ark. The two of them first try to challenge each other, but then quickly become best buddies. Even when invading the market, they try to see who can take out more guards, but boys being boys, they go overboard. Chiome and Ariane simply watch. The king's evil son is told about the attacks on the slave markets, so he ends up sending more soldiers to tighten up security, but they were no match for the girls. Ariane and Chiome continue freeing more and more slaves. Goemon was doing exceptionally well, so well that he decided to send Ark to join the girls, because he was enough to hold off the reinforcements. They succeeded in freeing the beast people. However, neither Ark nor Ariane, nor even Chiome could have imagined the sorry sight they were about to see next. In their search, they come across a cell full of corpses of slaves who were left to rot because they were either old or ill. The few survivors still remain, and this was the last straw. Ark instantly teleports the survivors to somewhere safe and then goes back to face off against the incoming soldiers together with Goemon. But this time, he was genuinely enraged. The man lets loose, completely and utterly destroys the slave market and slays all the soldiers. It was pure destruction. Once this is done, they hold a proper funeral for the dead slaves. Meanwhile, the king's other son succeeds in getting his brother assassinated. He also puts the blame of Juliana's disappearance on his dead brother. He's now the only heir to the throne. Juliana, on the other hand, finally reaches Limbold. She's told about her evil brother's death, but also knows that it was probably the other brother who was responsible, not just for his death, but also for her attempted murder. This causes her to be smart and keep her survival a secret, at least for now. Subsequently, Ark and Ariane decide to go to the Holy Revlon Empire because they had purchased many slaves from the local slave markets. Well, that's what Chiome says. The Emperor of Revlon is aware of the disturbance in the kingdom, he likes it and wants more of it. He also sends his agent named Fumba to go stir up some trouble. Ark and Ariane keep moving forward, they come across Wyrens and then a village. Through it all, Ark couldn't help but notice that Ariane is kind of nervous. Once he asks her about it, he learns that the reason behind her anxiety is that the slave business is actually legal in the Holy Revlon Empire. This is why she's a little scared to go there, afraid of what she may find. As they are staying in the village, they meet an elf named Karsi, who's part of the village and studies monsters for a living. He can see that Ark is strong, which is why he asks the guy's help in catching some monsters. In return, he'll give them a map of Revlon. Ariane thinks about how Karsi coexists with humans. She doesn't know if she herself would be up to it. Anyway, they drink some, and it's revealed that our adorable elf is a pretty bad drunk. she is chaotic. Come next morning, all the villagers think that she and Ark were going wild in the bed all night long. Anyway, while she recovers from her hangover, Karsi and Ark are out there catching monsters. A massive worm attacks them, but Ark defeats it. It was definitely abnormal in size and also had a ring on itself. Later, Karsi talks to Ariane about how he also used to hate humans, but he changed his mind after seeing the city of Limbolt. Humans and elves coexist there, and it's wonderful. Also, about the abnormal size of the worm. Looks like it's the Emperor's agent Thumba. He's been feeding slaves to the monsters, which is causing them to grow unusually large in size. He also abducted some villagers, all on the Emperor's word. Be that as it may, Ark and Ariane reach the border to search for the captured elves. They part ways to cover more area, and when Ark hears about the strange cries that can be heard coming from a certain fortress at night, he realizes that this is where they should be looking. He also ends up rescuing a girl from getting kidnapped, though about the kidnappers, they were working for Thumba to get some people who can then be fed to monsters, and since they couldn't kidnap anybody, he feeds them to his tiger. Going back to the fortress, it's revealed that the slaves were brought here about 4 months ago. There's an underground chamber and everything. They invade and look, but end up encountering Thumba himself. Seeing him, Ariane attacks, but he somehow tricks her into thinking that she is just training with her sister. It was mind control, but Ponta and Ark help free her from it. Thumba then talks about how he's able to make monsters obey him. Ark then asks him about the elves, to which he replies that they were either used for experiments or as nourishment for his pets, and again, that was it. Ark had been enraged. He ruthlessly kills the man's prize tiger and then destroys all of his other supposed pets too. Ariane appears to be in danger, but Chiome suddenly shows up, uses her water ninjutsu, saves her, and then declares that members of her clan have already taken care of the other monsters. Thumba was completely and utterly defeated. Or so we thought. Truth be told, his greatest monster was still lying dormant, so just before he flees, he states that his greatest monster is about to wake up. Ark then teleports them all outside of the fortress, where they witness a massive 5-headed hydra. It attacks them with fire breath, but Ark uses his shield to protect them. He decides to stay behind to keep the hydra engaged, while the others go after Thumba. Ark summons an infernal demon to fight the hydra, while the girls bait Thumba into attacking, and then uses a fiery sword to light him on fire. In the end, Ark's infernal demon also uses flames to destroy the enemy. Both Thumba and Hydra get consumed by flames. Subsequently, Princess Juliana meets Ariane's father and another elder. They talk about what happened, and she sincerely states that her kingdom will take responsibility for the slave trades. They'll defend elven territories, locate the slaves, rescue them, and do whatever it takes to ensure the safety of the elves. This was great to hear, and so the elves decide to support her succession to the kingdom's throne. Ariane also learns of this development, but she starts wondering about what she should do next. Both Ark and Chiome tell her to just relax a little bit, and the king's son is pissed. Not only because his only sister is alive, she actually succeeded in negotiating with the elves, and this was bad news to him. The emperor of the Holy Revlon Empire was so pissed too because Thumba and his monsters were violently destroyed. Just before the story ends, Chiome gets a look at Ark's actual face, but we all know that nothing has ended for any of them. Their travel continues. Besides, Ark still has to go to the land of the Dragon Lords to get a human body. Yep, that's right, the story continues in the light novel.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.